Hi, my name's Louise and today I'm going to give you a brief overview of the Dawn AC system. Dawn AC is an anticoagulation management package and is ideal for managing large anticoagulation clinics. Dawn AC is the current UK market leader in anticoagulation software, and it's really been designed to help you manage patients in an efficient, effective and safe way. The software is able to provide decision support in terms of dosing and test intervals, and this also covers things like induction dosing, maintenance dosing and dosing patients over a procedure period as well. So let's take a look at a main patient screen. Now the idea behind this patient screen is that everything you need is contained within the one place. So there's no need for lots of scrolling down several pages and lots of button clicks. Now the system itself includes an inbuilt scientifically validated dosing algorithm. So when 9R is entered against a patient, Dawn will attempt to give a dose of anticoagulant and also a next test date suggestion. The screen itself is split roughly into 4 sections. So we have a treatment plan summary up here at the top left, and that shows my treatment plan details, a nice picture of the patient if I choose, and how they're doing in terms of time in range. I have some notes fields down at the bottom left. Over to the bottom right, I have a whole history of the patient, so a complete INR and dose history. I can see the visits, the INRs and doses and treatment comments of the patient. And up at the top right, I can easily log things like concurrent drugs, recent events, procedures, also things like reminders for the patient. And I can also print letters from this section as well. The patient screen itself is colour-coded, so it highlights the important factors in red. So for example, for this particular patient, I can see quite easily that I have a little red flag on the Events tab. And if I click on that, I can see that this particular patient has actually had a fall recently. So anything in red on the patient screen is trying to draw your eye, so it's trying to make you take a look and see what's happening with them. On the main patient screen, it displays the percentage time in range for this patient, and the default for this is over the last year, so the last 365 days. So if I hover my cursor over the green, I can see that so far this patient has been in range for 85% of the time. They have been above range for 15% and below range for 1%. So again, it's a really good visual indicator of how stable the patient is or unstable, if that's the case. Now I'm going to move on. I'm going to come out of the patient now and I'm going to show you another feature of the Dawn AC system called the list views. The list views are dynamic patient lists which can be used as an integral part of running the clinics in your system. Each list at the top of the page actually gives us a different subset of patients along the top here. And each of the list views has some predefined filters over on the left that can be used to drill down to find exactly what information we need. So for example, if we look on the work list view here, what we've got on the left are some filters for scheduled tests in appointment time order for today. And this is giving me a list of patients, all that are due for an INR result today, and it's listed by time order. Now the beauty of these lists is that as well as viewing them on screen, we can print the list at the bottom left, but we can also change these filters on the left. So if, for example, I was interested in seeing a list of patients due today, but in alphabetical order instead, I might not have timed appointments necessarily, I might want to see alphabetical, then it's really easy. I can just click on a different filter. I can also use these filters again to drill down further. So for example, if I was interested in seeing if anyone has had a high INR result today, I might want to click on the INRs greater than 6 to see that information. So they're really easy to change between filters to find what we need. As well as work lists, we also have list views for things like non-attendance. So we can easily find who is late for an appointment and deal with them. So no one gets lost within the system, everyone is followed up correctly. So again, with non-attendance, I have a list of all my late patients here, and again, as well as printing the list at the bottom left, I can deal with these patients accordingly. Another beauty of these list views is I can click straight into a patient record from the list and deal with them. So if, for example, I needed to reschedule Leanne here, if I just click on her record, I can go straight into her main patient screen and I can deal with her accordingly. Moving on from list views, the Dawn AC system also has a really powerful report section. And the Dawn AC system by default comes with around 40 standard reports, and these are mainly statistics based, so things like percentage time in range values, count of INRs, count of visits, count of patients, and again it's really easy just to go into reports and take a look at these. So to run a report within Dawn AC, all I need to do is choose my drop down list here and choose a specific report from the list. If the report itself has any filters on there, I can quite simply enter these in. So this particular report has a date range filter that I can specify. And once I'm done, if I just click on Show Report, I can easily view the details there. So this particular report is giving me the percentage time in range broken down by clinic. And again, this is really easy. I can actually print down at the bottom left to get those figures. I can also download as text if I wanted to open up the figures to have a look at them in Excel possibly, or I can also set up the system to actually email this information out as well. The Dawn AC system itself is web browser based, which means that it's installed on one server or one machine at your site and can then be accessed from several locations. So this easily enables shared care between different facilities and different organisations. We've looked at the main patient screen within Dawn AC, how the list views can be used to find lists of patients and drill down the information to find what we need. We've also looked at the report section as well. This is by no means an exhaustive list. There are still lots of other functions and lots of other functionality, such as inbuilt diary creation and automatic messaging, automatic printing of letters, emails, etc. For more details on the Dawn system and how it can help you effectively run your clinics, please see our website or give us a call for more details.